If you want to get rid of somebody or you want to just get rid of some stuff, now's the time. I'll tell you now. So, if you want to get rid of something, get you a piece of paper, get you a pen that writes in blue or red ink. Red symbolizes something a little bit deeper than what most people think. I want you to write down the things that you want to get rid of. Make out this list. Really, really set your intentions to get rid of it. If you even want to be a little heavy-handed, a little destructive, go to the $1.25 store. Get you a plate. Get you a permanent marker. Write on that plate everything that you want to get rid of. And once that plate is completely full and maybe you feel like you don't have nothing else to write, I want you to smash the hell out of that plate. Smash it. Preferably do this outside of the house just so you don't end up, you start smashing everything before you know it. But yeah, release a lot of the toxic energy. Release a lot of what has been keeping you bound. Because not only are we going through this retrograde, which is focused around communication, but now you have this full moon energy, this Pluto energy, and Pluto is all about transformation. So you got communication, transformation. There's a situation. Get it together. Use this energy wisely. Use this energy wisely. I will say that. Because then once the full moon is gone and you've gotten rid of all of the things that you feel have been hindering you, you will now have space and opportunity to call in the things that you also desire and may feel that were coming in kind of slow. So now you know what to do, okay? You know what to do. You know what to do. You know what to do. You got to get your life together. Do whatever you want to do. I made that post a few days ago. It wasn't even a few days ago. That was like yesterday. I made the post and I was like, you can't take it with you because you can't. The pain that you feel, the trauma, those old narratives, those limiting beliefs, you can't take it with you. Release it. Release all of it. So get that plate and break it. Get that piece of paper that you wrote down all of those traumas and burn it. Release what's still in your piece. Release it. What do you do with the paper after you write on it? I just told you. But I know you was probably typing it before I even said that. Once you get done writing on that piece of paper, you sign your name at the bottom and you recite the words, I release all of these things that have collectively been stealing my peace. You will no longer lead my life to pain. You no longer have any type of control over me. And I'm not saying that your life was controlled by those things, but let's be honest. When things make us mad, they're able to take us to places that we really don't want to go. And then we have to really, really have self-control and say, nah, I'm not going to let this hinder me. I'm not going to let this stop me from being my fullest potential. I will not allow the actions of other people to dictate who I am deep down inside. Because I know who I am. And I can't control what you do, but I can control what I do. And I can choose to respond to this nonsense, or I can choose to walk away. And that don't make you weak. That doesn't make you weak. A person that knows how to control their mind, knows how to control the way that they think, you're the strongest person in the room. Because see, to a simple-minded person, oh, you gonna walk away? You weak. You running away from your problems. Little do they know you was trying to save them. Little do they know you could have fucked them up. But you didn't. You chose not to. You took the highway. You took the high road. Don't waste your time on people who don't deserve it. Because again, you can't take that mess with you. So let it go. People want to try to, bring you out of your element, make you feel bad. Even if you just reflect on past trauma. Those type of things will hinder you. So now you have to do what some would call shadow work. That's what all of that is. That's shadow work. And with that type of shadow work, you're putting in physical action versus just dwelling on things that happen. Because sometimes just thinking about something that happened to you don't do nothing for you. It just make you mad all over again, or it might make you sad. Like, why do I want to think about, what my daddy did when I was 5? What do I want to think about what my mama did when I was 11? I don't want to keep reliving this. So now it's like, what do I do with that energy in order for me to not just get over it? No, I need to get through it. So then if someone else brings it up, or if I'm in a situation that reminds me of what I went through, it does not, again, control me. So use this energy wisely, because you deserve happiness. And no one taught you how to deal with trauma. If we all went to school and had a trauma 101, I think most of us would be okay. If we all had, a meditation for beginners in middle school, really elementary, but that would have been too much like right. But yeah, if we all would have had something besides just physical education, whatever that means, then yeah, I'm pretty sure most of us would be a lot further than where we are. So now that you know, you can't stop it. Do the work so you can get to where you need to be, because you have more control than what you think. You just got to stop letting people take you out your element. Stop letting other people's actions dictate how you feel about you. Okay? You know what's the truth. You be sitting over there looking good, feeling good, and then all of a sudden here comes somebody just messing up your peace. Don't let them have that much control, okay? Don't. Thank you to those who are tapping the screen, sharing the live. Hey, TT, how are you? We're going to start off. What y'all want to do? Do y'all want to do a collective message? Or would you guys like an elemental type of reading? What y'all want to do? Talk to me. Tell me something good. I done got on a little early compared to what I usually get on. Y'all know I don't usually get on to about 11, 12. I said it's early. Oh, y'all said collective. Okay. Collective? Ooh, everyone wants to do collective. I said don't make it personal. Make it collective. Okay. Say less, baby. Let's see. Give me the energy of the collective. Let's see what's going on with this collective message. Let's see. What's going on with the energy of the collective? Give me guidance. Give me grace. Give me the energy. Give me the space to operate at my highest good. Ashe. Y'all missed the collective, huh? I was like, what is this element stuff? What is this? What is this Cancer Scorpio? What is this? Okay, let's see what's going on with the collective. Let's see. And thank you to everyone who is gifting. Thank you to everyone who is joining in. Welcome. Y'all see I'm so calm right now. Oh, first card out is the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, baby. This is why I felt it necessary to let you know not to allow other people to come in and disturb your peace. It's like you're in a waiting season. You may be doing a lot of work and you may find that you're not accumulating what you think you're supposed to have. It's on the way, okay? It's on the way. Hey, baby, how are you? Know that what you desire is on the way. You've been going through things emotionally, having to release people, having to release things. For some of you, this is a job. But it's like, I'm just hearing, I want to be happy. I want to be happy. Hey, baby, how are you? I want to be happy. I desire to be happy. You will be happy. Again, your first card out is the Wheel of Fortune. And all of this stemmed from just hurt. This is repeated feelings. This ain't the first time you done felt this way. You felt this way for a while. You could be seeing 555 very often. Fives are about change. Fives are about figuring out exactly what you need to do in order to make the shift so things can finally come in, because you could be doing a lot of work, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're doing the right work to get you where you need to be. I'm not saying that you're not, but I know if you've been like, it's just like working a regular job. If you was to go to a job for a month straight and you don't get a paycheck, you're gonna be mad and you're gonna cuss everybody out at the front office and be like, hold on, who over the books? Where's my money? So with that, this is you feeling like, okay, am I doing what I need to do? Because I've been waiting. You're learning, okay? Part of the things that you have accumulated as far as wealth is your intellect. So don't think that because maybe these things aren't something you can hold in your hand, you feeling like it's not tangible, that you're not receiving anything. Knowledge is way more. Well, I just lost my train of thought. Just that quick. And I'm talking about knowledge. Knowledge, to me, is more valuable than $1. I'm going to just give it to you in plain terms. Because it's the truth. Because the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, we're still in Taurus energy. This is happening right now. And the Hierophant is all about intellect. The Hierophant is someone who is a wise person that's wise enough to know that a wise person knows nothing, to where it's like, hey, I'm not going to operate in my ego. I may not be where I want to be right now, but I'm damn sure going there. I'm getting there. And I'm well equipped to know that anything that gets thrown my way, I can get myself out of it, because I've been through enough to where there is nothing that nobody can do to me to stop me, because I've experienced enough storms, so I know what I'm capable of. And it doesn't mean that you have to constantly go through stuff in order to have your happily ever after. But this just reminds you that, hey, when things get rough, remember who you are. And don't let nobody make you feel less. Don't let nobody force any type of stress upon you. Because some of y'all have people around you, it's like they're trying to speed up your process. You have people that are watching you, and it's like they're questioning whether or not you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. Let me worry about my process. You worry about you. I'm not stunning you. Why are you all over here? So this is why I don't want you to view this as something bad. Because again, a lot of y'all cut people off right now. And some of this needs to happen in order for the other wealth to come in. Because again, knowledge is way more valuable than any dollar. Because that wisdom, you'll forever be able to accumulate tangible wealth. You'll forever be able to come up with some money, and you'll be forever capable of protecting your heart. Because being around other people, that's energy too. So don't think like, I don't want that. I know exactly what I want. And if I'm not getting it, I don't want it. Don't be like that. Because then you coming off as if you ungrateful. Don't be sitting there like, as soon as I get my person, I'm going to be straight. Just wait. As soon as I get this body right, I'm going to be good. I'm going to be happy. As soon as no, stop as soon as whatever. Be happy right now. That way you can call in the things that you want faster. That's why I'm like, pay attention. If you know that, I put it like this, how you've been responding to stuff lately, do you think the old you would have responded the way that you responded to it right now? No. That's why I keep bringing up this knowledge. This is way more important than this. This is way more important than this. So don't think that you missing out on stuff. Don't be looking at other people's pages like, oh, they together. It must be nice. Okay. I see what God can do for other people, you know. Where's Don't be like that. Don't. Love yours. The poet J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, said love yours. And he said that for a reason, because it's true. Most people don't pay attention to what they have, and then once you get put in a situation to where you can have more, are you even going to be happy with the new thing that you have if you haven't even been grateful for what you had before? I'm just saying. So know that with this shift, you're getting rid of things that no longer serve you, including people. But I said that earlier too, but this is double confirmation on that. Because some of y'all had, someone who you just, you liked. They was just the cutest thing in the world. Y'all can talk. They have good conversation. Might even have good, if you took it that far with them. But that's not somebody who you were supposed to be with at all. That was a test. So this is why I keep reminding you that once you begin to figure people out, once you begin to learn lessons, be appreciative of that part. You're leveling up spiritually to the point where once God brings new things into your life, you know what to do with them. Because if the unhealed version of you, that old version of you, would have received all this new stuff, would you have known what to do with it? Be really honest with yourself. Would you have known what to do with it? Do you think you would genuinely accept someone coming into your life, treating you so good, loving on you so good, completely being there for you? You'll be questioning the hell out of that person like, something ain't right. Something ain't right. They hiding something. You acting too good. You up to something. I don't trust you. Let me see your phone. Let me call. My phone acting up. Let me see your phone. They ain't texting nobody. They ain't got no pictures in their phone. They playing for the other team. Something ain't right. And then you get the manifesting bullshit into the situation. No. You have to really think about it. You had to heal through a lot of toxic behavior that you even chose to participate in. You began to act a little toxic too. You did. And some of that wasn't even your fault. But it's like, you are what you eat. You consume toxic behavior. Guess what? Your ass gonna turn toxic too. Around here fighting with people. Y'all all outside the car. You got your neighbors watching. You done threw out people clothes. You done keyed people cars and you did a whole bunch of stuff that you said you was not gonna do. You did. You absolutely did. But that's okay. I ain't judging you. I done did some shit too. That's why, we right here together. I see you. Trust me. So we're not going to do that. You had to get that out of your system, because the last thing you want to do is be in your head swearing up and down your person is doing something. Now you and your homegirl or your homeboy posted up outside of the car like y'all on some type of black op mission. Like, we finna see. Let's see if she really at her grandma's house. She said she was at her grandma's house. Let's see. You say her grandma stay on 63rd. You know, won't go over there like that. Let's see. Lurking around. Some of y'all got a ring light for the wrong reason. Some of y'all got security cameras. You don't even be getting packages like that. You just be trying to make sure ain't nobody else pulling up at the house besides you. You be looking on that phone like, oh, okay. Yeah. You damn to be wanting to talk through the camera. Where you going? When you coming back? Get rid of that toxic stuff. Get rid of it. Because in order for you to get the love that you want, you have to be okay standing by yourself. You have to be solidified in your solitude. So that's why you had to get rid of these little raggedy people, because they brought something out of you that was not naturally you. You ain't used to act like that. When you was younger, you kind of did, but you didn't know no better. In your adult life, you weren't naturally like that. I can tell that a lot of you were very confident, but it took people breaking you down. It took people being in their ego to force you into a season of insecurity to where you question yourself. Because even now, sometimes you still question yourself. And it's like, wow, you're a wonderful person. But that's what infidelity, mental abuse, physical abuse, and being with a narcissist will do to you. And I'm not even talking about loved ones. Some of this, and when I say loved ones, I'm talking about relationships. Some of this is family. Some of this is friends. Some of this is flat out work, because some of y'all bosses ain't shit neither. Some of y'all bosses take advantage of you, have you doing every job but your own and underpaying you. So it's like, no, you have to set boundaries in all areas. It don't matter who it is. Stand firm on it and say, no, 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 no. I know my worth. I know my worth, and I'm not going to allow you to treat me any kind of way and you think that it is okay all because of the position that you play. Hell no. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. I know better now. That old me, they ain't know no better. No, 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 no. They was just going through life. They were lollygagging. As some people say, they were lollygagging. You know better now. You know. So yeah. Because none of that was justifiable. A lot of things that happened to you, you did not deserve that. Those lessons were necessary though, because again, if you had the opportunity to have everything that you wanted, would you know what to do with it? Would you really? Would you appreciate it? Now you would, but at that point in your life, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't. Hey Courtney, how are you? So yeah, I want you guys to embody this full moon energy, break free from things that you don't need, things that continuously put you in a state of question. Break free from those things. Because one thing about God, Source, Allah, Yahweh, whoever you want to call on, the true high vibrating deities of this realm, they don't operate on confusion. So if a person has you in your head second guessing yourself, those are not people that you need to be around. So this is why I'm going to continue to tell you the wisdom that you have accumulated over the past few weeks. That right now is your wealth. And everything that you learn is going to assist you with getting the money. Because I know some of y'all want money. I know that. But I want you to pay attention. Pay attention. Because again, with this retrograde, some of y'all having to revisit childhood memories. Like even now, I had a counseling session with the beautiful ladies in like the nonprofit that I'm a part of. And I asked them, what is the most traumatic thing that you have experienced? I said, we finna do some shadow work. What's the most traumatic thing you've experienced? And I'm pretty sure whatever your answer is likely going to be something that happened in the past. So if you can get through that, the things that you have been going through now in the present time, that ain't nothing. It just feels bad because you're like, I'm tired of going through stuff. Why do I have to go through these things? You're here for a human experience. And as I study the teachings of Buddhism, life is not always about positivity. You have to experience the duality of it. And when you learn the lessons, that is what brings you that natural happiness, because now you get it. Because if life was all happy, guess what? People would be bored. People would be bored. Yes, balance. And then eventually someone's going to go do something chaotic. Because just like keeping an animal caged up, when you finally let them out, they're going to cut loose. Just like a kid. You keep a kid in the house for so long. Because some of y'all, that's how y'all was. Y'all had strict parents. And as soon as your parents let you out the house, you was acting up. So yeah, that's why balance is needed. It's definitely needed. So learn the lessons. So then you don't constantly feel like bad things are happening, because even with this Wheel of Fortune energy, you're still going to need balance. You can have some high highs, and then guess what? You got to prepare for those low lows. But when you're mentally prepared, they don't feel so low. It's just like, oh, that's it. All right, cool. I done been through worse. I can get through that. That's what I want you to focus on, okay? And I know some of y'all may be curious about a person. I have to put this energy out there first. Hola, love. I have to put this energy out there first, because in order for you to really have a person that's truly for you, you have to be all the way here with it. You have to. Because even then, the second question that I asked them after What type of trauma have they gone through? What is your biggest insecurity? Ask yourself that. What is your biggest insecurity? And then really think about it, like, because some of us got multiple. I know I do. I will embrace my insecurities the same way I embrace my confidence. That's balance. That's duality. And then after you think about your insecurities, think about your character. What's a part of your character that you don't like? You know what I didn't used to like about myself? I used to didn't like that I was a people pleaser. I felt it necessary for me to go out of my way for people who a lot of times I knew didn't give a fuck about me. But I said, no, I want to be a good person. I want to put this energy out because that's me. That's my heart. And I'm going to love on them because I see the good in them. And I know eventually when I leave, I'm going to be rewarded for that. Until I realized that that was straight up bullshit. I said, I don't think it's going to be nobody at the end, you know, when it's time for me to weigh my heart or be at the pearly gates or whatever, that's going to be like, yep, I got your list right here. Oh, you came through for Chandra? Come on in and get your wings. They not finna do that. Because ultimately, you have to judge yourself. I don't feel like the source of all is going to be that harsh to just be keeping a tab on. Nope, you ain't get that homeless man on the corner no dollar. You ain't coming in here. Nope. Mm-mm. You ain't like that Facebook post that said if you love Jesus, repost. You didn't repost. You ain't coming in here. Source don't act. No, that ain't how that work. That just ain't how that work. A lot of what we go through is our own doing. I'm pretty sure Source is like, just letting us have at it. Like, you know what? Y'all don't know. All right. Just wait till I come back. Just wait till I come. I'm going to let y'all do y'all thing. Wait till I come back. I'm going to strain y'all out. I'm just watching for now. I honestly feel like that's probably how it's going right now. Compared to that other stuff, I don't believe it. No. So once I really dug deep in my spirituality, I began to stop people pleasing because I'm like, here I am going out of my way to try to be a good person and I'm breaking myself in the process. What sense does it make for me to break myself down to make other people happy? The math ain't mathing because 0 plus 0 is gonna equal 0. So how am I supposed to, where am I going to get my energy from if I didn't already gave it away? And you are empty because you didn't leached off of me. Now you're expecting me to give you my energy. No, you 0 and now I'm 0. Now we just over here empty and naked. No. Because 0 plus 0 is going to equal 0. I'm not going to be sent on E. I'm not. That's why I never understood them rap songs like, I'm in the club, drinks on me, but my gas tank is on E. What? Are you saying your system on E? Or is your car on E? We stuck here. I don't want to be on E at all. I never understood them parts of the song. I'm just putting that out there. But I'm like, I ain't trying to be on empty at all. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to eat my vegetables. I'm going to make sure there's gas in the car. I don't like nothing empty. It better be half full. Or at least it better be a quarter in there. I don't want nothing empty. No. I don't want my people empty. I don't want my food empty. No, I don't want nothing empty. So, yeah. So that's why I'm needing to bring this up. Because at one point you were doing a lot of work by yourself. And this is why this shift has to happen. This is the 5 of Wands. Y'all do know tomorrow is 555. Tomorrow is May 5th, 23. 2 plus 3 is 5. 555. And here is the 5 of Wands. So you are in the energy of a lot of change, a lot of duality, a lot of figuring out what it is that you really want to do so you can get the way you want to be. So embrace the fact that people are leaving you. People are willingly opening the door and letting themselves out. You don't even have to do it. You ain't got to put them out. A lot of these people are leaving. So be grateful. Especially when you try, you willingly tried. That's why I'm like, don't be a people pleaser. Don't go out of your way to try to do this and do that. The people who want to be there will be there. Especially when it comes down to romantic people. Let me tell you something. If they wanted to, they would. If they want to text you, they would. If they want to help you with your business ventures and whatever other dreams you got, they would. So if they're not doing it, what they tell you? What does that tell you? So again, that was my flaw of being a people pleaser, because I would go out of my way for people who would never reciprocate an ounce of what I would give to them. And I won't even say that about family, because sometimes my family do come through. I give that to them. But overall, it started there. Me feeling the obligation that if I was not a good enough child, me feeling like, oh, well, my grades had to be a certain way because for some reason I used to feel like the only way I got love and affection is through accolades and recognition. And that's just me being completely transparent. And I know some of y'all probably feel the same way. Like, oh, people only pay attention when you got stuff going on. But when ain't nothing going on for you, they ignore the hell out of you. So then what you do, you get back to people pleasing because you start doing things for that attention. And it's like, no, do it for you. Don't do it for the looks. Don't do it for, you know what I'm saying, them likes. Don't do it for that. Do it for you. Do it for you. Because again, you the one who putting in all the work anyway. Do it for you. Because yeah, y'all know I used to say I can do all things through spite, which strengthens me, Petalations 555. I don't even really live by that no more. I said, you know what? I ain't got to be spiteful to do nothing. And still with them 555s, I ain't got to do that. I'm going to do it for me. And whoever don't like it, they just going to sit in the crowd and watch. And that's how you supposed to be too. Because you the main character of your story. And them other people, they little extras. They ain't even getting no check for real. They extras. They don't count. So don't listen to them. Don't follow them. You are the main star. You set the tone. They follow behind you anyway. They be trying to see what you doing. You don't even be worried about them. You don't call them. They be blowing up your phone. So think about that for a second. You never really try to hit them up. Why you ain't come to you and such still together? When the last time why you asking me so many questions? You ain't even asked me how my mental is. You ain't even asked me how I ate today. You ain't asked me if have I been anxious? Have I had any type of anxiety attacks? You straight into the mess. You want to know about everything that's going on around me. You don't even want to know what's really going on with me. This is why you needed to be separated from a lot of those people. Because in order for your wealth to come in, you cannot be put in a position to where you continue to be around the same old people that didn't mean you no good. This is why learning is important. Seeing things and seeing people for who they are is very important. Because people will show you who they are. All you got to do is listen. Just sit back and listen. Don't say nothing. Just sit back and listen. I swear. Because people will talk themselves out of deals. People will talk themselves out of relationships. Because within the last, I want to say 72 hours, I've heard some very telling things. And I'm not talking about other people's business. I'm talking about things I've experienced for myself. And I'm just like, do they not realize I can hit them? I started thinking like something was wrong. Because I'm like, no, their lips are moving. They're literally telling me all they just had all their red flags without directly saying it. And I'm like, oh, shit. It's literally that simple. And then I started to think, how did I gain a superpower? This been happening? People will literally tell you who they are. You just got to listen. And sometimes as people, we hear what we want to hear. We try to see the good in people. We try to look past their flaws because, we know we got flaws. Well, I ain't perfect. So I don't want my person to be perfect because I know I ain't perfect. They can have a little some. Yeah, they can have some flaws too, but you got to be specific about what type of flaws you willing to accept. You'll have somebody try to joke about some stuff, and then before you know it, they actually put you in that situation, and then you like, oh, you really wasn't joking. You just ha-ha'd after you said it to make me feel better, but you meant what you said. Pay attention. Because again, people will show you who they are. Because I flat out, look, I'm going to give y'all a firm example. I had someone, this was a long time ago. This guy was like on me heavy, trying to sleep with me, all this other stuff. And he just trying to be such a stand-up guy. And I just so happened to be stranded on the side of the road. I wasn't completely stranded, but I had a flat tire. And I'm like, I had just got off the phone with him. And I'm like, oh my God, like crazy thing happened. I just had a flat tire. He hits me with the, oh, wow, that's crazy. I immediately knew. I said, yeah, let me call you back. You're not a source. Because a real man would have been like, where you at? Where you, like, here I come. You want me to send AAA? Like, what you need me to do? Don't hit me with no, wow, that's crazy. I knew what time it was immediately. And I'm like, I cannot depend on you. But here you are. You want my body. You want my flesh. You don't want my spirit. You don't want me for me. You can be on that type of time, but then when it's time for you to show up and be what I need you to be, you'll never be able to do that. And I peeped that instantly. And oh, he got blocked. Delete. Delete. So that's why I'm like, pay attention. Because people will show you who they are without you having to even get that far and end up getting hurt because of their actions. So I'm like, yeah. No, I see now you're not dependable. And even that situation, it shaped how I view guys after that, because I'm like, and I shouldn't have viewed it that way. But again, I was younger. But it made me think like, yeah, I can't depend on guys. I will call up my homegirl before I would call up a guy that I was potentially dating, because I always felt like guys would not show up. And that's disappointing, right? That's sad. But once you get put in certain situations, again, you take on the toxic behavior. And I took on the toxic thought of all guys are the same. No, they're not. Which is why, again, with you needed to be led away from these people so you can clear your train of thought. So you don't begin to manifest the same old nonsense all because you thinking everybody like that. I'm scared to move on. What you scared for? Put them fears down. Everybody is not like that. And just because you go back to the past don't mean that they gonna give you exactly what you need, all because they familiar with you and they know you. I done did that too. That don't change the trajectory of nothing. That just means you just extended the toxicness with that person. So no. Delete. Get rid of them. Because those are the main ones that be evil as hell. Evil as hell. It's like, no, you've been in my energy too long. Let me. No, don't you come back. That's how I be feeling now with people. Don't you come back. I don't want it. Return to sender. I'm finna crack an egg. I'm finna throw some roux. I'm finna light some, say, don't you bring your ass back over here. I don't want none old. And that's just how I feel. That's not me being sedated. That's not me being stuck up. If it was meant for me to be with you, we would have stayed together right now. So why am I finna look back? I'm looking in the rearview mirror. No. I don't even like mirrors. No. Don't you come back over here. Because see, this is what you need to aim for. Divine union. Divine love. Balance and duality. You see how the emperor look? Don't he look kind of, I want to say androgynous, but it's like he's operating off of duality, to where you see how, you say he got that leg propped up, and it's like, even from afar, you can't even tell if he a guy or a girl. Like, oh, he pretty. Overall, I know what that means with that card is this person just operates in good duality. Okay. Sorry, I got a message. But yeah, you want people in your life that operate in good duality, because people like that, you say he has horns. You know what? He does have horns. You know why he has horns? because the Emperor represents Aries. That's why he has horns. It's nothing evil or dark, because if they were true horns, they would look like this. So that just lets you know that he is the GOAT when it comes down to the romantic side of the high arcana. But yes, the Emperor is Aries. So yeah. But even then, you want a person who operates through true love and affection. So the fact that all of this aligns, this is the type of energy that you want to have around you. You want to have someone who operates in feminine and masculine energy in the right way. Because I'm pretty sure regardless of your gender, you would prefer to have a partner who can hold their own weight. You would prefer to have a person who can be there for you emotionally and not project onto you at the same time. And a lot of that has to do with you being able to recognize your own patterns. Hold on, let's see. You says, why is Satan shown as a goat? It's actually not. That's actually a Baphomet. That's something a little bit different. It has the head of a goat, but it also has the breastplate of a woman. There is a lot that comes along with that. It's not just a goat. I want you to really dig deep into spirituality and see exactly what it is, okay? Let me answer some of these questions. You say you don't understand, you operate as your highest self all the time. Why do you keep attracting low vibrational beings? Oh, my lovely baby. Because the lighter you are, you have to realize the darkness loves the light. I mean, that's just duality. I keep talking about it. The darkness loves the light. Even then, if you claim to be a person who is of higher vibration, then you have to know that you have responsibility once you choose to level up. Now, with that responsibility, are you going to allow the people around you that you care about to still be low if they're willing to learn how to raise their vibrations? Or are you just going to leave them behind and be like, no, you figure it out? So with that responsibility, you have to walk a certain way. And that's one of the ways that you're going to be tested. Because no one said that being up high and at the top was going to be easy. That's a part of it. The same way, regardless of any, text, religious text that you read, you're going to hear about all the high vibrational people going through a whole bunch of low vibrational stuff that comes along with the territory. So regardless of how you identify, that's just how it is. And it's not like it's a major attack towards you spiritually. But I mean, when you vibrate high, imagine like you're a piece of gold. There's a lot of broke people around. So think about yourself like that, okay? To help it make sense for you. And yes, opposites do attract. You still leave them behind. Yeah, leave those people behind. And part of that, which I talked about this in the group too, a lot of people grew up fixing things. Like when you were a child, you used to love to play with certain toys. Boys would, maybe play with cars or maybe want to put things together. And girls, we would do the same thing. I want to dress up my doll, or I want to build this house or whatever. And then you learn how to put things together, so much so to where that became a thing for you. Because a lot of y'all did not get that much attention as a child. Not the attention that you needed. So in turn, you would grow up being okay with fixing things to your liking because you felt like that's what you were supposed to do. So now that you meet someone who maybe they operate at a lower vibration than you, but you feel like, oh, I can change them. I can help them out a little bit. Whether you have that concrete thought or you have it in your subconscious mind, because you might see them do somebody wrong and you might be like, they ain't gonna do me like that. Oh, I see how they get down. They don't take no mess. I like that. But then all of a sudden they switch on you and get the trend you messed up. And you like, I can't believe them. Why you can't? You saw how they act with such and such, but you thought that you was invincible. No, you have to see people for who they are. especially depending on who the person was that they did that to. Don't let you be talking to somebody and they disrespect like a parent or elderly person or even a kid. No, you need to correct that. You need to go back and fix that. I know, I'm not saying that they was, completely like, you have to pay attention. Because I've witnessed that. So was like, yeah. So again, with the high vibration, with the low vibration, but that comes with you paying attention. The higher you go up, the more you are going to be tested. I mean, you said, well, people also pick and choose who they want to act right with. You're certainly right about that. You are certainly right about that. But you know what that also comes along with? Boundaries. And you deciding what you will and will not allow. Because if you find that a person is treating you a certain type of way, let's just say they give someone else, respect or whatever, but they treat you messed up. What is it about you that has convinced this person that it is okay for them to treat you that way? Because clearly whoever that other person was, they let it be known, you're not doing that over here. So now you have to change the narrative with that. And some people are not going to like that. I've experienced that too. To where I'm so kind and I'm so gentle because I'm naturally a very feminine person. So I really don't like to be in my masculine energy. But me being the alpha that I am, oh yeah, I'm going to get it done. But I'm going to get it done my way. And I don't like to step on nobody's toes in the process. I like to assist people and admire people at the same time. I'm never a jealous-hearted person. But then when I get put in certain situations to where a person is trying to pin me against other people or make me question myself, okay, where's this disrespect coming from? So again, I had to see that, you know what? Everyone does not deserve to receive my gentleness, because my gentleness comes off as weakness to the wrong people. So that's when you learn that only certain people deserve to have pieces of you and not all of you. Because that's the problem too. Because if you're having to just, you see people have their picks and chooses. Oh, so you treat them a certain way, but you treat me a certain way. Oh, okay. Now I'm going to preserve my energy because now I see you for you, and you no longer deserve to have that side of me now. You messed that up, not me. Same thing. Same thing. You said you went the other way around. Oh, well, just flip it. It can still apply. It can still apply. But I mean, it's the same thing. Same thing. But I can definitely see. I can definitely see what you're talking about though. Because that's tough. That's very tough. And people will swear up and down, oh, you changed. You being fake. Oh, you done switched up on me. No. I'm responding to your behavior. So if you feel that I switched up on you, maybe you should switch your behavior and then maybe I'll switch back. That's what you got to start hitting them with. Oh, you switched up. Maybe you should too. Oh, you acting brand new. Maybe you should try it. Huh, maybe we can all be brand new. Because they be knowing. They know. They know when they say stuff like that. Oh, you done got you a little such and such. You don't know how to act. And I don't. You don't know how to act either since you're calling it out. Someone's in their feelings. You need a hug. You got to start being petty back with them. You don't have to be as petty, but, just hit them right there. Like, I see you in your little business. Oh, it's in your little mind, huh? You still talking to your little people. You still be talking to your little self. Every time they say something negative to you, you reverse it back onto them. That's what you do. Because eventually they're going to realize, you know what? I don't want to talk to you no more. Oh, So my beautiful people, in the time to come, I want you to focus on new things that make you happy. Why am I telling you to focus on new things that make you happy? Because for some reason, you haven't been doing what makes you happy. And some of y'all like, yes, I have. Yes, I have. No, you ain't. You'll think about it. You'll like touch on it for like a little bit and then you'll put it down. I want you to really dig deep because this is going to help you in more than one way. Because for some of you guys, a new relationship is going to pop up as soon as you begin to do this. It's like, why does it have to be that way? Think about it like homework, okay? This is your project. Your project is to be consistent with yourself. Because if you can't be consistent with the thing that you claim that you love, what makes Spirit, God, the universe convinced that you're going to be consistent in this relationship? You claim you want this so bad. Why you ain't doing it then? You claim this gonna make you so happy. Why you ain't doing it? Then you'll come up with legitimate excuses. I give you that. Your excuses be on point. You be like, but I ain't got this. And then when I get that, then I'm gonna do this. But then when you get it, you still don't do that shit. So speak up. Why you ain't doing it? Because that's gonna be your reward. I'm telling you now, if you are desiring a person, you need to be doing everything that you want to do right now. And you want to know even more why I say you need to do what you want to do right now? Because when it's time for you to leave here, you can't take that opportunity with you. You're not going to have another chance. You don't even want to come back here again. You better go ahead and do it now. Do it. You don't have to rush if you know you behind, but at least begin the process of it. And a little bit goes a long way. Even if you only spend like 30 minutes on it a day, that's going to add up quick. Just it's a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Just, yeah. Hey, love, how are you? Looking for happiness in a relationship or any other person, is it good? You're so right. You're so right. And in the past, I know some people have felt that way. Like, oh, when I get in a relationship, oh, I'm going to be happy. When I finally get this job, oh, I'm going to be right where I want to be. That's just a stepping stone. Because then it's like, when you get it, what next? Okay, it's here. Now what? It's like that little boy. She said, okay. Okay, then what? Okay, what next? What I do? I got it now. What do I do? What do I do? As you pray for your manifestations, make sure you also pray for discipline. Make sure you also pray for a continuous consistency so you can keep the things that you're asking for. Make sure you pray for a clean and a cleansed heart. So then you don't allow yourself to be tainted by outside energies that might try to distort your judgment and force you to lose everything that you gained. Keep your head on a swivel. You went through all of these lessons for a reason. That's why I'm saying, hey, the things that you learned, that's your wealth right there. I'm going to keep saying it until you know. Because most people be like, I want the money. I want to be able to splurge. I want to go do this. That knowledge that you gain, that is your wealth, because that knowledge is going to take you way further than any of that money could. Because a fool with money is still a fool. You can have all the money in the world, and if you don't have the sense, you're going to lose it all quick. So I need you to make sure that you up here with it. This is what my focus is right now. Be up here with it. Okay? Yeah. 'Cause trust me, I know a lot of y'all want love. That person coming, they on the way. Just hold on. Just hold on. They coming. Believe me, everything that you have been manifesting for, everything that you have been praying for, all of the seeds that you planted. We're in the summertime, approaching the summertime, I should say. But it's like time going by so fast. I'm already like, we in the summertime, spring gone. It's May now. I'm like, it was just March. Where the hell did the time go? I'm like, summer's pretty much here. It's gonna be Memorial Day. I just know it. Like Mother's Day, then Father's Day, then bam, Christmas. I'm like, shit, what? Slow down. So yeah, it will be here before you know it. So I hope you got your stuff together. Thank you, love. And so are you. So are you. This is why I tell y'all, time is an illusion. Because the only reason why it feels fast is because everyone is collectively going along with it. But if you choose not to pay attention to certain things, you can actually enjoy what's going on around you. They put us in these systems in order to force us to age ourselves fast, force us to stress out about things that we haven't got done yet. A lot of things are way more controlled than what you think. And I'm only bringing that up because you have a lot more control than what you think. Because I know there are people like, oh, that's a conspiracy. That's just what I believe, honestly. If you don't focus on age, you don't age. I saw a woman today. She had to be all of in her 50s or 60s. And I could swear she was in her 20s. She looked good. Good. And the only reason why I knew that she was up in age is how she spoke, the tone of her voice. And I said, who the hell? I said, that voice came from that girl. I said, she looked like she about 22. But she was like, yeah, baby, I got this wig on. I said, what the fuck? Like, I said, oh, auntie is bad. I said, I want to be like that. That's how I want to be right there. That's how I want to be. And people like that, they don't go based off time. They don't go based off the worldly things. No, I could tell how she was living her life because she even dressed like she was in her 20s. Most people who would be in their 50s would probably dress like a 50-year-old. Because most people give themselves these contrasts like, oh, you got to be a certain way when you get to this point. Like, you got to have everything when you get to this age. You got to have everything when you get to this point. No, you don't. Live life how you want to and don't care what people think, and you get exactly what you want. Keep it cute. I will go ahead and open up the list for you. Initially, I'm just going to get on here and talk. If anybody does want to read him, I'll open the list for you. Minimum of $20 payment, Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo. But we're going to keep it going. You say, yeah, you don't celebrate birthdays or any man-made holidays. Yeah. The only reason why I choose to indulge in a few is because I have a mini-me and I'm allowing her to experience just life for what it is. And I'm allowing her to choose what she wants to do. I'm not going to be that parent. It's like, well, you got to do this and you got to do that. I'm teaching her about both so she can use her own discernment and say, well, hey, Mom, you might like this and you may view things this way, but I'm going to willingly choose to do this. And I'm not just going to follow just because you tell me to follow, because that's what a lot of us did. We just followed whatever we was told and we never questioned anything. I allow my kid to question me with things. I allow her to have a voice and tell me, no, I don't like this. I would like to do this. Is it okay if we do this? Because I want her to grow up and be an able thinking person to where she can make conscious choices and not have to just go with what everyone else is doing. So I love that you said that, because most people won't even admit to that. Most people will just pretend like, well, you know, we've been doing it for so long. Okay. Okay, so yes, self-sufficient. Absolutely. Love that. Yes, that part. That part. And I never understood that. Oh, you don't question it. You don't question God. And I'm like, wait a minute. This sounds a little toxic. How the God y'all referring to made the tree of knowledge but didn't want us to eat from it, but we just supposed to blindly follow, but if we got questions, we damned? Like, I don't think we talking about the same source, because I don't think the God that I serve operates like that. This don't make sense. You telling me I'm not supposed to question nothing? I got you, Samaya. I got you. But yeah, I'm just like, hold on. You telling me that I'm just supposed to blindly follow? It makes you really think. And I'm not attacking any specific religion. I'm just speaking what I feel is facts. And if you disagree, hey, put it in the comments. Let's talk. Let's talk. You said you got kicked out of Sunday school by the nun's kid. Yeah. And this is coming from someone who was going to Sunday school faithfully. I went to a Baptist church. I used to get up and go to Sunday school at 6 in the morning, and we would not leave church till 3 in the afternoon. Sometimes I was getting tired of church, and I'm like, we churching too much. We here on Sundays, Wednesdays, choir rehearsal. Like, I think I done had enough. Like, can we do something else? Like, shoot. My summer job was even working at the church. I'm like, So again, this is coming from a person who done it all. done it all. And so now, as I am a able thinking adult, I'm going to question, why did y'all have doing all this stuff and it does not make sense to me? How y'all saying that money is the root of all evil, but y'all always asking for tithes and offerings every time we have a meeting? Even at choir rehearsal, we got to take tithes and offering. Ain't nobody preach no sermon. Why is we collecting money? For what? We ain't getting no new robes. What is we get? The building fund. We've been in the same building since 1940 before I was here. Y'all ain't did nothing to that building. What you mean building fund? What? I'm just saying, okay? That I'm speaking from a little bit of trauma. I apologize. I started thinking about this stuff. I'm like, where did all that money go? I know the bills got to get paid on the building. I ain't talking about that. But I'm like, as much money as y'all get, them bills ain't that high. Where the rest of this money going? Like, I'm just saying. Because it's like basically pay for your sins. Pay for them. You did it, pay for them. Yep, that $20 that show Hail Mary. Yep, that's it right there. No. Nope. When I began to study Buddhism and Hinduism, I went into the temple and I was like, so how do y'all do tithes and offering? He's like, what you mean? I was like, am I supposed to get some money or something? And he was like, no. He was like, we got food. He said, that's how we do our offerings. I was like, oh. He said, you hungry too? I said, I get food too. He was like, yo, we all eat. Like, we literally have a dinner together. I was like, I like it here. Y'all give free food every service? Yeah. I said, and it's vegan? Yeah. Oh, shit. I said, I'm coming back. The whole service was basically singing and meditation and just, it was so calm. And he was like, this is technically my house. I'm like, we in your house? Where's your room? And he was like, over there. And I was like, that's why they say you can have your temple. Like, I was like, I literally cried when I left because I'm like, I have been doing religion and spirituality wrong. Like, I promise you. Because I had so many questions and I was ignorant. I'm like, so y'all pray to Buddha? And he was like, no. He was like, if you want to think about it, Buddha is the same way as like Jesus. We don't pray to him. Yeah, we got statues, but we don't worship that. That's just like our way of appreciating him. And I'm like, oh my God, people are uneducated. And he was like, yeah. He says, it's a lot of misconstructions. Because he was a monk. And I was like, you're not supposed to be talking. He was like, yeah, some of us do talk. And I was like, oh, shit. Like, it was mind-blowing to me. He was the coolest monk I ever met. I promise you. He was, like, we talked for like a solid hour before the service. And I was like, I'm coming back. I am. And then around the time when I was continuously wanting to go, COVID hit. So it's like, I can't just be in this man's house. Because, again, the temple was his house. But yeah, let me get off that. But yes, that's why I said I love this. Which again is part of the reason why I got that elephant and the hamster on my forearm. Because it opened my eyes to spirituality. And around the same time, that's when I began to dig deep inside of myself. And I said, wow, as long as I had been practicing Christianity, it never made me question everything until I began to learn about other religions. And the fact that I was asking questions and I didn't get condemned for asking those questions, he just simply answered them in a loving way. And then went, oh, you don't question it. It's in the book. You read it, you know. And I'm like, okay. I've only had a few pastors and reverends that can give me messages and I receive them. Like, I ended up going to another church and I did love how he taught. I did. It just, being there just did not resonate with me because I had begun to experience spirituality. And I'm like, it's not the same. That's why they say when the veil gets lifted, ain't no going back to sleep. And I haven't stepped foot inside of a church in a long time, unless it's either for a funeral or a wedding. Just because that's just not what I resonate with. And I never disrespect anybody in the comments unless you being overly like, the devil gonna get you. You better go to Galatians 3:7. Like, don't do all that. Just don't. Don't do it. You don't have to do that. We love everyone here. I love everyone here. I'm not trying to force none of my beliefs on y'all. I'm just sharing parts of myself. And I love when y'all share parts of y'all self too. But I'm like, it's only that side that always does that. And I'm like, chill, dude. We know who you are. We see you. Your name is God's best friend on TikTok. We know how you coming. We know. So, yeah. You ain't got, we see you. We know, okay? That's why I had to slow down with certain things that I was talking about on my TikTok. I started talking about the Gnostic text. I started bringing up Lilith and how Lilith is in all of our natal charts. And I'm like, you do realize I'm speaking truth. If you go look up your natal chart right now, you're going to see you have Lilith. Your Lilith probably in your 10th house or something. And ask yourself, why does everybody have Lilith in their chart? Come on now. Come on now. And then you got the Eve gene and atoms in our body. And Lilith is a spiritual symbolism, which is why she's in our birth natal chart, because she's a part of all of us. But there were so many people that was like, that's blasphemy. Adam was first. You don't disrespect Adam. If you don't get off of, you better leave me alone. You better go read. Yeah. Okay. Like, she was a succubus. I'm like, y'all believe in the same people that told y'all not to eat from the tree of knowledge. Okay. Okay. I don't think I want to believe nothing that they said. I just don't. Because once I find one lie in something, I'm questioning everything after that. I just am. Because I'm like, how they took her out of the book. That one lie makes me question that whole book. It does. Because I'm not saying a lot of it is not true. But I'm like, no. You ain't finna fool me. Come on, let's do some readings. Let's do some readings. Let's do it. Somalia, where you at, love? Yeah, it's too many contradictions. Thank you. That's the same thing I said. Too many contradictions. And I'd rather be who I am in this vessel and not link myself to anything than to proclaim to be this person and then my actions don't align with it. That's it. Samaya, are you wanting a general reading, love? Or do you want to focus on